Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. This is PMS. Subject Social Studies, Grade 7, Lecture number 75. Chapter number 20, Human Rights. Today we will discuss page number 100, 101 and 102. So open your books. Until little more than 2 centuries ago, the great mass of the population had no real rights. They were at the mercy of the 3 to 5% who made up the landowners, nobles, and aristocrats. This was the universal norm, not restricted to just the subcontinent. There had been attempts by the kindly rulers in the past to make the lives of the ordinary people better. But what they gave the people was what the rulers thought they wanted. The people were not consulted. Perhaps it might be worthwhile looking at the way the great religious leaders Buddha, Jesus Christ, and the Prophet Muhammad were all saying much the same thing. They stressed the importance of justice, equality, mutual respect, freedom. It is only human beings who have distorted these to suit their own political or personal ends. The great philosophers of the past also said much the same thing as the religious leaders. In the past, the society was generally divided into three classes: the nobles, the merchants and the traders, peasants and laborers. The rulers belonged to the noble class, who were a minority and did not give any right to their people. But there were some rulers in ancient times who believed in giving rights to their people, for example Ashoka and Buddha, who wanted to make the life of the ordinary people better. What was the situation of human rights in ancient times? In Greece, women and slaves had no rights. In Rome, slaves had no rights. They were even killed by their masters. In ancient Rome, slaves had no rights. A master was allowed to kill a slave for any excuse, and though women had more freedom of movement, they still had no legal powers. Men, or rather noblemen, dominated the whole society and arranged life to suit their own interest in every way. The Egyptian kings, the pharaohs who lived before the Greek and Roman civilizations, were equally cruel to their people. Hazrat Musa alayhi salam, Moses, is a famous prophet who is revered by Jews, Christians, and Muslims alike. He struggled against the tyranny of the pharaohs to secure liberty and rights for the people. He eventually succeeded in freeing them from the pharaoh's cruelty. Hazrat Isa (salam) Jesus was also one of Allah's messengers. He taught peace. He taught peace, forgiveness, and love for all humanity, including one's enemies. He preached that people should first serve Allah, then the country, and one another. He also preached that those who did who did good deeds would be rewarded by Allah, while evil would be punished. Hazrat Isa (salam) stood for the rights of the weak and oppressed people of his time. The Prophet of Islam, Hazrat Muhammad (SAW), was the last of the divine messengers. His teachings confirmed those of the prophets who had preceded him. Islam upholds the dignity of man and equal status of all before Allah. It teaches people about their duty to Allah, their responsibilities towards each other, and all the good values and principles that make a just and fair society. From the Bible and the Quran, we learn about the ancient prophets and the faiths they preached. All faiths uphold the rights of poor and weak people in society. All faiths were first accepted by the poor and oppressed people of those times. The last sermon of Prophet Muhammad (SAW) elaborates on human rights, many of which were incorporated 14 centuries later into the United Nations Charter of Human Rights. Some of these are: all mankind is from Adam and Eve. They are equal. Neither an Arab nor a non-Arab has any superiority over the other, nor a white over a black, or otherwise except by piety and good actions. Women have their rights as individuals and as wives, daughters, and mothers. Note these difficult words. Note your homework. Do reading of page number 100, 101, 102 of chapter number 20.